Peace. Peace. I pray that all is well. I know all is well here with me. The message of today is first and foremost being in the moment. Not fretting about the past, not fretting about the future, not having these depressions of the past and these anxieties of the future. Right? So that is kind of the basis that this is all about. Being in the moment, being in the present moment is one of the most important things for your happiness. Is one of the most important things for your peace. And so that is one thing that is important that we all learn how to do is be present right now. Be here right now. Right? Not worry about the past, not worry about the future. Just understand and be within fully what it is that you're doing or what it is that you have going on in this present state. Right? And so that goes into this equation that I learned, and it's that thought plus emotion equals manifest. So throughout the day, throughout our every day, we're dealing with so many emotions, we're dealing with so many thoughts. And those emotions that we put our thoughts into, right, or those thoughts that we put our emotions into, will be what manifests in our reality, will be what manifests in our world. We do this. We choose the outcome of these things, right? So if you have this negative thought, this bad thought, and then you start getting uppity about it, and you start getting iffy about it, and you start getting emotional about it, and the more that you put your emotion behind that thought, the more and more it becomes real. And then it becomes real, and it happens, and it manifests, and you say, I knew that was going to happen. You say, I knew that was going to happen. Yes, of course you knew, because you made it happen. Your thought and your emotion create the manifest. And this is something that is difficult to do, and it's difficult in practice. And I've worked on this kind of thing, and I've practiced this kind of thing a lot of times where I'll be going through something. I have something going on. I'll be having some kind of emotional battle going on. And the negative thoughts come pouring in. And there's that tight emotion, and there's that tight feeling in your chest, and there's that tight feeling, and you have this strong emotion. And one of the realizations that I've had is that this emotion has the power to manifest. Right? Because thought plus emotion equals manifest. This emotion and these negative thoughts has the power to manifest. This emotion is there, it's on the edge, it's on the verge, it's so strong that depending on the thought that I feed it, it will manifest a certain state. It'll manifest a certain reality. It'll manifest a certain world or environment for myself. So when you're so worked up and you're so upset and you have all of this emotion built up into your chest and you have all of this emotion built up into your head and you have all of this tension and all of that is potential manifestation. All of that is potential. It's potential energy. Then the last part is what thought are you laying on top of it? What thought are you feeding it? That it may grow and unfold as does the bud unfold to show the flower. What thought are you giving to it? And that thought that you constantly feed it and back every other thought out, don't let any other thought get in the way, and you allow that thought to team with that emotion, that will be your manifest. So I have some kind of worry. I'm worried about something. This has happened plenty of times, so I can't even pinpoint. But it's you have some kind of worry. Or I have some kind of worry. And there be tension and anxiety and all of this built up. And what I'll do is just take a step back, slow down, breathe, feel the tension within myself, and redirect and correct my thoughts. If the thought is something extremely negative, something extremely secular, something extremely carnal, and I know I don't want that in my mind, and I'm getting worked up in the emotions, I really feel those emotions and I correct my thoughts. I say, if this emotion has the power to manifest, I'm going to manifest this rather than that. I will choose what I am manifesting with my thought and my emotions. If my emotions are riled up in this kind of way, and maybe say I don't have control over the feeling, right? Which I believe we do have control over, whether or not we get hot and tense and everything. But at this moment, maybe I haven't mastered that. But I know at least I can correct my thoughts. If my emotions are going to get worked up, riled up, tense, hot, whatever, and I'm going to feel all that tension in my chest, I'm going to feel all that tension in my throat and in my mind, I say, well, I'm going to at least correct my thoughts. I'm going to at least correct my thoughts. I'm going to at least team my emotions with the correct thoughts so it can manifest to me peace and happiness and love and truth, right? And justice. This is really how it's a battle. It's a battle. It's not easy, but it's not difficult. It just is. You have to just be. You have to just do. In a sense, you have to separate yourself from those thoughts, separate yourself from those emotions, and understand that it's like a science, it's like a game. It's like you're doing math, which is why he gives the equation. Thought plus emotion equals manifest. And when if your emotion gets riled up and you have all of these thoughts, take a moment. Do I really want these thoughts that I'm having to be reality? No. That's why you're riled up. But your emotion and your thoughts combining, we don't know that these will create that thing that it is that we're rejecting so hard. So to combat that, we must correct our thoughts. Or we must remove from those thoughts that emotion. Right. The first thing I find out, and that works for me, is correcting my thoughts. If this energy that I'm feeling, if this emotion that I'm feeling has the true ability to manifest a reality for me, and it all depends on my thought and the thought that backs it, it doesn't matter if it feels tense. It doesn't matter if the energy feels like it will be that same tense feeling. It'll be that same choked up feeling as if you had, right, negative thoughts. It will be that same feeling, but now you've corrected them. It will be that same feeling, but now you've corrected your thoughts. So you feel this strong emotion, but your thoughts have now been corrected. And on the other hand, right, if you have this great energy, this high energy, right, you could be operating on high energy and have bad thoughts. And in the same way, you can manifest that negativity. You can manifest that carnality. You can manifest that secularism, that secularity. Secularity, is that the word? That worldly state, that carnal state, right? But when you're in that high energy and you have those good thoughts, man, you're manifesting something great for yourself. And so this is coming into the script of taking accountability for your thoughts, for your choices, right? Because what I've realized is that the right thought is a choice. Thinking, you choose what you think. So now understand that what you think added on to what you feel ends up in what you live, right? Ends up in what you experience, ends up in your manifestation. So you can choose what to give your thoughts to, how you think, what emotion you put your thoughts in, what thoughts you put your emotion behind. There's no more excuses with that. You have the power of happiness in your hands. You have the ability to be at peace based on your choice, based on what it is that you will allow to defeat you and what you will allow to not affect you. It's your choice. I appreciate everyone that watched this video. I hope that it gave some kind of insight to y'all in some kind of way. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.